Hello slot car friends, good to see you. I wanted to do one of those slot car addicts confessions, but it turned out to be more of a my journey into the slot car hobby, and I wanted to share that with you. It all started on a day at Costco, and I was shopping, and then all of a sudden I saw they had a special, like a really good offer, and it was, let's see, it was this one. So I don't know if you can see it here. It was a special for made for Costco. It's called Racing Arena. It has Sergio Perez Red Bull, and it has Carlos Sainz Ferrari, and it had wireless controllers and a 8.6 meters long track, so 28 feet long track. And I thought that looked kind of interesting. So I went ahead and I bought it, and realized pretty quick that I need to do some more. It was a little bit too small for me. And then by accident I stumbled over a really good offer on, I can't remember if it was Amazon. And also the main reason was it had a Ferrari and a Red Bull, and of course I need a Mercedes, since Hamilton clearly is the big hero. And so I found this one here, and it had the Hamilton car in it, and I thought, well, since I'm going to buy that, and it was like for the same price as I would pay for only the car, I got all the tracks going with it as well. And so I did. It doesn't have, well, it has a looping, but I never used those. I don't like the loopings, but a whole bunch of other track parts. So I've started to put those together. That was all fun. And but then I realized I started to read and look at YouTube clips and look in forums about the Carrera tracks. And then I saw that someone mentioned that there was a Carrera Go Plus, and it had a pit stop, and you had a ghost car function, and you could do races and so forth. There's a bunch of fun features. So I started looking, and this is like recently, it was the end of last year, and I couldn't find the Go Plus, and it clearly, since it was discontinued. But then finally I found a dealer in Norway that actually had one of these kits on stock. So it had the Carrera Go Plus features, where you can do 4 race modes. You have 1-player challenges, I mean, with a ghost car, and then the pit stop extension, where you have to stop for fueling and changing tires, etc. So that was a lot of fun, and so that kept me going for a while, and played and had a lot of fun with that. Started to buy some cars, so I have a bunch of analog cars which are over at the graveyard over there. So what could it be, about 15 cars. So my plan is to chip them so I can run them on the digital track. Just put this chip in them. But then again, after a while you start reading, looking at what's available out there, and then I read about Digital 143, and of course that as well is not available anymore. But then on eBay I found this kit. It was a Porsche kit made for Porsche owners, exclusively for Porsche owners, and it had these red tracks, and it had 2 Porsche cars, but 3 controllers, so you could play and have a lot of fun with that, and you could change lanes, and so that was really appealing. So I bought that one, and that was again next level of fun. But then again, after a while I realized it's still not really there. It would be fun to be able to run more than only 3 cars, or at least some more features than that. So I bought a Digital 132 control unit, and I removed the large track that's on there, the big one, and I put 143, a Go track, in there instead, one of the straights. And I got that going, and then it was a lot of fun, because then I used all the features from or most of the features at least, from the control unit of the D132, and then I started buying some digital 143 cars that I have over here. I have maybe, what could it be, 10 plus cars, I'll say 15 cars. And I've done some tuning on some of them, changed magnets. I got one without magnets. I changed tires. What else is there? I think that's about it. So that was a lot of fun, and those cars, they run really well on even a digital 132 track. But then, so I was happy with that, and I had tons of tracks from all these 4 sets, and I could do whatever layout I had. I had it first on the floor, and then I bought, I got hold of some legs, since I have plenty of oak where I live. I don't know if you can see that in the background, it's out in the forest, but so I got plenty of oak there. So I had, this is all a little bit 1 inch thick oak, the whole table. So it's maybe a little bit overdoing it, but it works. It's very stable, at least. I can easily crawl on it if needed, but it's not so big. It's 3 meters by 1.5 meters, but that's about what I can fit and comfortably walk around it. And then I saw on Amazon, I kept on browsing, I keep on looking at stuff, and I saw on Amazon they had this one kit. Oh, let's see, this big dog here, this one. I'm over here behind it. The Bull and Horse set, and they had it for half price, and they said that it was a customer return. So someone had bought it and realized it's too big, so they sent it back. So it was unopened, and I thought, half price on that one, that's really a good deal, which it was. So I bought that one, and then I tried to look at what I could do with that, and of course that went all haywire, because then I realized I needed some jumper cables. Oh, I needed one of those crossing bridges. Of course, a pit lane, much needed. Some extra 160 curves. Well, and you also need 130 curves. A little bit more 160. I don't know. This is still full, so I think I just ordered this by mistake because I can't fit it on the track. And I got one of those digital extension kits with a whole bunch of fun extensions with the crossings and curves and left to right change track pieces. And then I realized I can't just have these regular 1 curves. I need to have 230 curves as well. So I bought this one with a curve 2, 30 degrees. And since I had those, I might as well get the curve 3, the 30 degrees as well. And so it kind of added up pretty fast. And started buying some cars, and I got mainly Carrera cars, and I got, what is it, 6, 8, maybe 10 cars, 132 cars. 3 came today. I haven't opened them yet, so they got the KTM Expo GTX, I got the McLaren and the Corvette C8R. So I'm gonna get those ready, through the tires, and play with them a little bit later today. There's also coming in, since I've been looking at a lot of you guys' web channels, and see that you guys have a lot of other fun cars, and not only Carrera cars. You have slot-its and scale autos and NSRs. So I think there'll be a bunch of them coming in, maybe this week or early next week. I'll have maybe 4 or 5 slot-its, 1 scale auto, the Cadillac from Scale Auto, and then I also have an NSR GT40, which is one of my favorites. So there'll be some NSRs as well. So we'll see how those compare with. I'm kind of happy with the Carrera cars, but everybody talks a lot of good stuff about the Scale Autos and the slot-its, And of course there's chips to everything, so I can run them on my digital tracks. I bought the whole bag of chips. I'm going to chip them and make sure that they work, but we'll go through that in a later video, the different cars. So right now I have, I think for me, a fun track. It's short, so there's not much of full speed, but it's fairly technical, and it's still about 16 meters or 15.94 meters, which is fairly long. So it's about a 6-7 second one lap, which is all fun. And plenty of cars. I realized that the D143 cars, they're a lot of fun to drive on this big track. They're actually more fun to drive on this track than on the smaller Go track. So I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I shouldn't be enjoying that, but I do. I enjoy this, and they're fast since they're so small and lightweight. So really, on this technical track, they're, so at least the tuned ones. I got some Peugeot and a Porsche 917 and a Porsche 911 GTR, or the RSR. And they, when we put some new tires and a tuning magnet on them, they're really fast. But I know it's magnets, but I'm there right now. I'm missing newbie. So I guess that's about it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. I released yesterday kind of walkthrough and a lap around my track, so you can check that out if you want to see more in detail on that. And today, this is my journey. This is where I'm at right now. I started with a cheap Costco set, and then added up more and more and more. Went to Go Plus, went to digital 143, and then here I am now. So I guess, yeah, I'm an addict, and there's way too many cars already now as it is. I think I got over 50 cars in total, and more is coming, but that's fun. So anyway, and also shout out and thanks to one of the guys that actually inspired me, was Hugh's Garage. I don't know why I stumbled over his channel, and I started to watch his videos from the start when he started to do his videos, and I've been enjoying them so much. He's so funny, and I love the scenery. I'm not a scenery guy, you know. Whatever scenery I have, it's printed on I got my 3D printer right here. So I print, if there's something cool I can print on that, then I'll do it. So I don't think it's I'm not gonna compete with any of you scenery guys. I'll leave that to you. I'm more about racing and having fun with the track. So on that note as well, I've noticed that I find like 1,000 videos on how to tune your cars, how to true the tires and different screws and all that, and then also another 1,000 videos on how to build different scenarios, build mountains with foam, expanding foam and all that. But very, very few actually talk about driving tips on what can you practice on. Like now I found this one channel that actually had some on you know, braking points, where you're practicing braking and handling that. So the actual the driving part, that's what I want to, or I need to develop and get better at. But we'll see. The journey is long, but it's a lot of fun, and I'm having tons of fun, and I really enjoy watching all the lives and all the videos from the Aussies, of the guys in the US and UK, Track Fans TV and Marty, etc. So there's so many great channels which I really enjoy watching. So, and I'm learning, so don't be angry if I ask stupid questions on your live streams, etc. Be patient. Anyway, so see you in my next video, or in one of you guys live streams, and or as a comment in your videos. Thank you so much. Bye.